Hi, it's Candid. I know quite a few non-binary people who want to call themselves transsexual, however this is quite controversial. The reason why they want to use that word most of the time is because they have dysphoria, they plan to transition or they have transitioned. The thing is, the word transsexual is generally considered to be for binary people only. This video is gonna be in two parts. There will be timestamps in the description. In first part, I will explain why it's controversial for non-binary people to use the word transsexual, and in the second one, I will teach new words, give a solution to these people, non-binary, equivalents to transsexual. So first, let's talk about why it's controversial for non-binary people to use transsexual. It was coined in the 20s and popularized in the 60s, so at the time people didn't really know about non-binary people, at least none in American/European societies, but even in societies that were not white, non-binary was often a way to say gender non-conforming or intersex, so the word transsexual was created with binary people in mind. Then in the 90s, the word genderqueer appeared. It meant a lot of different things, but it was mostly for what we would consider non-binary nowadays. And some of these people had dysphoria, some of these people would call themselves transsexual, but see, transsexualism was a diagnosis, but it was only for binary people. Non-binary people with body dysphoria would be diagnosed with other gender identity disorders in the ICD-10, or at least that's what I found when I searched for it. I only have one source for that, but it's a very accurate source considering the fact that it's a study. So, now the second part, the part when I teach people some new words, because the words that I'm gonna talk about are very new, they are from this year, so yeah. Some people on the Duosex subreddit decided to coin words to describe non-binary people with dysphoria, or more precisely body dysphoria. The non-binary equivalent to transsexual is transX, which was coined the 2nd of July by Mullencat. According to them, the T is always in lowercase, so please write it in lowercase even if it's at the beginning of a sentence, because that's how it is. Then there are two words to describe like the two most common types of non-binary dysphoria, kinda. There is Duosex and Nullsex. You can pretty much guess what it means. Duosex is when you want a mix of sexual characteristics, and nullsex is when you want to get rid of your sexual characteristics to have as few sexual characteristics as possible. Because of dysphoria, of course, you need body dysphoria to be transsexual, so that's based on that. Duosex and nullsex were coined the 26th of June by Chapter Salty. And well, many people didn't want flags, but the majority of people did want flags, so flags were made. Here are the 3 flags that were chosen. All of these flags were made by Mullencat and presented to the public the 29th of August 2021, once again, of course. To choose the flags, there was a poll, because it was done in a very democratic way. The results were revealed the 14th of September, so like a few days ago as I'm recording this. And well, here is pretty much a tree or an umbrella of how things are. So for example, let's say that you use the label nullsex. You are by definition transx, you are also by definition non-binary, and you are therefore by definition transgender. So if you use one of these terms, you can use other terms as well. And also there's someone who tried to steal the term duosex. So if you see this flag or definition of duosex that states that no dysphoria is required, this is not the real definition, this is not the real flag. These are the real flags and the definitions are based on dysphoria. So please keep that in mind. So this is the end of this video. I hope that you liked it, as always. And why did I forget? And see you for another video. I can synchronize my hands like... Now I don't know how to do so.